Do you believe we have free will? Or is everything predetermined? Has the very action of you clicking on this video and hearing my words been written in the stars who knows how long ago? Or have you, of your own choice, decided to click on this video and now you're deciding to listen to what I'm saying and you're deciding not to go away? And I'm really grateful for that. So that's awesome. So, what do you think? I'm going to lay out what I think. I do believe we have free will. I believe we have the choice, we can make decisions, and that we are endowed with a level of free will. And depending on your evolutionary level, your level of consciousness, how far you've spiritually evolved, how much have you proven yourself worthy to have greater say in what goes on in this reality, that you can have greater levels of free will. I believe that this creation that we're in, this world, this simulation, this planet, whatever, has kind of been set up so that people can evolve. They can evolve towards either choosing to be service to themselves or service to others. Now, this concept's been expanded upon greatly in the Law of One. You guys should check it out if you haven't already. But I do believe that we can have the choice and we have the choice. I don't think that God has actually written in the stars that I just picked up this pen at this specific time and all of that bullshit. I think I just had the choice. I've just chosen to pick up this pen. Why would God then have free will in this reality? Well, if we look a little bit in our history and look at the mythology and how there's the tree of life and tree of knowledge or whatever, and you're all this bullshit, right? So I think that there was actually some sort of paradise for humans at some point, and it was a very lovely place to be. Everything was love and light. It was all happy rainbows. Everything was good. Da 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 da. The Garden of Eden myth. I do think there was something like that. However, it was kind of limiting because how can you truly be choosing to be good if there is no evil? If there was no evil around, you couldn't choose to be good. If nobody was suffering, you couldn't choose to help them. So somewhere along the way, evil had to be inserted into our reality, into our simulation, onto our planet. And in doing so, fucked up everything that was going on there. But after time, it leads to then the evolution of the species. Because then, with the presence of evil, with the presence of the choice of the ability to be selfish and serve yourself at the expense of others, then you can choose not to do that. But if you don't have that choice, then you aren't actually choosing to be good, you just are. So I think that's kind of what's happened here. And I think free will is very important. I think we need free will. But then with that, I do think some things are predetermined. Some things in our reality, before we were born, we were looking at what we need to learn in this life, all the lessons we need to learn, and blah, 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 all the karma we need to clear, whatever. And then there are certain things in our life that have to happen. Fate for your story to progress. There are certain chapters or certain events, certain people you have to meet. But in between all of these very important fate moments, I think how the fuck we get there, you can go wherever the fuck you want. You can just choose. You have the free will ability to choose. And that makes it interesting. Because how can you choose to connect with God if you haven't been disconnected in the first place? If you're just sitting, you just incarnated instantly, boom, hooked up to God, everything's cool. There's no fucking need to go on this incredible journey to try and find yourself, find God, find this connection. And that'd be kind of boring. So I do believe that we actually have free will. And it's a very important part of this reality. And we can get more free will and have a greater say in what goes on here. And then that is very empowering. And that ties into Rupert Sheldrake's work with the morphogenetic fields and combines very nicely with David Hawkins' work on the level of consciousness, the map and scale of consciousness, which suggests that you can evolve spiritually. And as you do, you will have a greater say in what goes on here in this reality. So us, the awakened, I see us as far more powerful than the normies, even though we're outnumbered. And okay, they do still have quite a say in what goes on here just because of the sheer number of them. But the level of consciousness that we can have in the awakening movement is so much higher, and that keeps on going. Like, I'm really, really curious to see how far you can go with spiritual progression, spiritual evolution, especially now in this modern day where we have access to the whole fucking world's information, or at least a lot of it anyway, with the internet. And then if you set up your life in the right way, you will have an abundance of free time. Then it's what do you choose to do with your free time? If you choose with your free time to evolve spiritually, well, you're in the perfect fucking conditions to do that. And how far can you go? Well, we truly don't know that yet, and that's really, really exciting. So you've chose to listen to this video so far, and that's awesome. Or was it predetermined? Did God all that time ago, when this universe was created some way, somehow, when he was writing the code, he's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, you're gonna listen to Travis's video and you're gonna make it this far. And if that's the fucking case, well, thanks God. I'm appreciative of the fact that you've written that in the code, but I don't think that's the case. I think you've chosen to listen to this far because maybe you like to hear what I'm saying, but also what I'm saying is resonating, and you can see that we have free will. What do you think?